Hey, what's happening? What's happening? I want to welcome y'all back to the Papa Black Podcast. We're supposed to have a special guest today. We're waiting on her to click onto the link to join the show. I'll give you her introduction once she gets here. But I know these last couple of days y'all haven't seen me post anything about me walking. That's because I've had some things to do that threw my schedule off. And oh Lord, this are calling me now. Y'all hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. That was her. She was having problem logging in. So as soon as she come in, we'll I introduce her. But yeah, I had a few scheduling conflicts. That's why y'all haven't seen me walking. But I'm going walking as soon as I finish this interview, and then also this evening I was supposed to start walking twice a day on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Um, because a young lady wanted, she told me that that's when she could walk. So I'll start that today. And like I say, man, this should be a pretty good interview for all my single ladies. She is a life coach and also a matchmaking expert. So for all y'all single ladies that's watching this, we're gonna see if we can get y'all some information to help y'all find what y'all looking for. She's also having a speed dating event coming up, but I will let her give y'all all that information. And also, she has a book signing. Like she's doing big thing, and she's Atlanta owned. You know what I mean? So always glad to see somebody representing the ATL doing their thing and having a positive influence out here. So hopefully we can get some of y'all to go to this speed dating event. You know what I mean? So y'all can come back and tell us how it was. You can tell us if it helped. Oh Lord, this hurt again. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Well, she got everything figured out now, so hopefully she will be here in a second. Yeah, and I give her complete intro when she get here. I was just giving y'all a little snippet of it because she got a lot going on. So hopefully we can help her as much as possible. Try to get you know what I mean. Try to get that book sold. We need a number one seller. You know what I mean. Okay, here she go. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey man, fine. I'm glad we finally got you to get on. Like
Look,
I
I
thought
suck.
college taught y'all about social media and how to deal with social media.
Look, I suck at technology. Absolute weakness, man.
Hey, trust me, you're not by yourself, man. Like I'm hands on. I'm learning everything hands on. How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
Okay. I'm great. I'm always good.
Okay, you looking
Well,
good.
don't make me start blushing now. I'm a thug. You can't make me blush in
Okay,
front of everybody. You know what I mean? I have to hide that. Well,
healthy.
let me give your proper introduction since you're here now.
Okay.
She's Atlanta's own. Now, are you a Grady baby?
I am a granny baby.
Hey, man, now let me ask you this before let me give you an introduction first.
Okay.
She is the author of a book called You Are Enough. She got her bachelor's degree at Fort Valley State, which is a HBCU. So glad to see that. We got some positive black folks doing some big things.
Yeah.
She got her master's at the professional psychology with a focus in life coaching from Ashford University. And she got, I'm not sure if it's a certificate or a degree in certified matchmaking at the Matchmaking Institute of New York City. And
Yes.
she's a graded baby, Atlanta's own, Miss Kimberly Smith. How you doing?
Thank you. Well, that was such a great introduction. It is a certificate, a certification in matchmaking.
Okay.
It's an actual degree, but it's a certified like certificate in
And
matchmaking.
your cousin already checking in. Oh, Chuck.
Yeah.
That's my dog, man.
I feel that name runs deep. We're gonna have to chat. I'm not really even sure.
Right. So what you got going on? You hear me?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. What you got going on? I know you got a book signing, you got a speed dating event. Let the folks know. We trying to get some people out there.
Right. All right, guys. So I have a lot going on all at once. So I have my lunch party. I'm calling it a mixer meet and greet type of ordeal. It's like a party all in one. My business has been in business for about 2 years now. One step at a time, matchmaking and life coaching services LLC. And within this lunch party is launching the business like official lunch party. I'm also doing a speed dating segment within this event. So all singles are welcome from ages, I say like 28 all the way to about 60. I'm going to do two groups. I'll do a 20, I believe a 25 through 30 seven or something, and then I'll do an older one as well. So everybody will be it'll be a group for everybody. Also within the event, I'll be doing the book signing. So this book, I'm excited, y'all. This book is my very first book. It's called, like he said, titled "You Are Enough." It's stemming from positive psychology, stemming from encouraging and inspirational quotes to inspire others in any way I can. I'm using my testimony in the book to reach others, to just let them know that I've been in places, you're not alone, to just keep moving, keep going. Even gradual growth is even, considered growth. It doesn't have to be big moments or big space and steps, small increments. Gradually growing is always great. So yeah, the book signing will be July 31st. The speed dating segment will be in that event. It'll be off of Camp Creek. So like a central, location for everybody. It's a free event, which is great. Y'all just come out.
You know we love some free stuff now.
We have a bar. Matter of fact, like two bars. I got our derps going. I got gifts. I got like door prizes going. It's just like a fun event.
Right. Now it's the drinking free. Because
No, now the drinking is not free.
okay, you
Uh,
gotta let black folk know.
that's a good question. The drinks, I have two bars. I have signature drinks and all that. That'll be presented that day. The drinks aren't free, but the food is free. Everything else
Okay.
free entry. Nice. It's gonna be like outside and inside, so nice views and all that great stuff. Just kind of hang out on July 31st.
Now let me ask you this. You say you break it down into groups, like
Mm-hmm.
what 28 to 37 or something. What you do about the Cougars?
Oh, okay.
What do the Cougars go?
Within the sign up, and I said on it's also on Eventbrite, guys. The tickets, you can purchase just tickets. They're $10. They're on Eventbrite. It's called OST Matchmaking Launch Party. Okay, tickets on Eventbrite. Now you can choose whichever group you like to be in. Although you have your certain age, because you got some older guys that like
Yeah,
younger
them
girls.
old players like them young girls. That's right.
So they can choose within the sign up. You can choose which group you would prefer, whatever your preference is.
Now, what would you tell an old player trying to get a young girl?
I would personally say become a client so that I can have that. I'll be on the same page, so that she can agree as well. However, we're just gonna kind of vibe it out. Everybody come like grown and sexy, nice little sexy tone, mix and mingle. We'll also have like a long stem rose corner. So if you admired somebody within the lunch party at any point, I'll have like a team. They'll go and deliver the rose. It can be anonymous if you like, or their number could be on there. Name a number with a little message, however they want to do it.
Right.
For connections.
Hey, that's some player shit. I like
Yeah.
that. You know
So
what I mean? Like, yeah.
like, hey, I scoped you out. You look nice with a little note, however they want to do it. Or it can be a note and it'll be delivered from my team to where,
Right. And see, player, this better than getting the little rose from the bathroom man at the club. You know what I mean? This is a nice event, a mellow setting. You know what I mean? Hey, are you gonna record it?
I have a lot of pictures and stuff going on. I'm not really sure about recording it.
Like this is like you only do something the first time, one time.
You're right.
Like even if you don't put it out, I think you need to record it. And then like when you do another event, you got something to go back and reflect on. Like, okay, well, I should do this, or I should add a little bit more.
I'll take your advice on that. I really
will. And I would love to see it because I know it's gonna be funny.
Okay. Really,
now let me ask you this: do you have a lot of problems with people conversating now? Like I know since social media came out, like when I was out dating, I used to notice a lot of women, and older women too, that they want me to text them all day. Like, no, if you're trying to have an intimate relationship with me, I'm gonna get to know you. You know, I don't know how you do it, but I'm gonna get to know you because, like, I think that's what's wrong with a lot of relationships now. Like, people don't get to personally know the person that they're dealing with. You know what I mean? So, do you find that as a problem when you doing what you do, conversation and communication?
And see, that's why I stem off of psychological testing and compatibility. Now, this is a very, very important aspect of dating. Sometimes we tend to date off of physical attraction, and I'm not getting away from your question. Right. However, if we were to date through compatibility, then you guys will be compatible for one another, meaning whatever your conversation or your converse level is, it should at least be compatible. Like it should be an understanding there. Nothing too much, nothing too overwhelming for the other person. However, I do get more women that's like, I think they're more eager. So they want to do that whole texting and talking all day. And I get the guys that say, hey, listen, I can't be on my phone. I have a job. I work, or it's just not in their nature or temperament to want to sit and chat all day, to where it has to just be an understanding there. Like he's interested in you, just kind of got to allow it to flow. So I do kind of give my women that pep talk. Don't be so, and it's just those emotions, those raging emotions, sparky and new is happening in their lives. So they're excited about it. But then you got guys on the other hand, two different species. You got guys, they're more laid back. They may be excited, but they're not really showing it through emotions and outward, motives to where they're receiving it the same way. So I would just kind of give my females that notion to where be patient. Good things come to those who are patient. Don't think because he didn't respond within like 2 seconds that he's not interested, because guys are just built and set up differently.
Oh my God. I'm glad you said that, because women seem to think that we are them. We feel like them. We think like them. And I'm not a psychologist, but I talk to a lot of people, but I speak from real life experience. You know what I mean? So I try to tell them, don't always go in looking for a relationship. You don't even know this person. You know what I mean? It's cool to be attracted to them, but don't automatically think, oh, this is going to be my man. This, like, get to know the person first.
That can scare them away. Yeah. And like I said, I'm all for like one step at a time. Don't go in rushing, because you guys at least have to be on the same part. It's sparking a connection, one. This is what it's all about, sparking a connection. And then wherever it may lead, it's great and it's for y'all. I'm not per se, I'm looking for relationship minded rather than marriage minded individuals. Like just as long as you're committed to or wanting to be committed to like a real relationship. None of that sugar daddy stuff. Because I've had people inbox me or ask me questions. Hey, I'm on looking for a sugar daddy. Can you help me out? I'm not trying to be funny, but I cannot, because these are professional services. This isn't escort services. These are actual people that's looking for real relationships. That kind of, not saying that they're desperate. Some people are working. They don't have time to go out and spark these things.
Right.
But yeah, something that they really do. They want that companionship. They want that somebody, but they don't have time, or the way they're used to doing things just ain't working. So they just kind of need a little help. And I set up everything. So when we talk about that, we'll talk about the services and what all kind of comes with, you know, a matchmaker.
Right. So you do give everybody a compatibility test.
I do. Yeah, we do several.
Okay.
We do. And sometimes people kind of get scared about the whole lingo of psychological testing.
Right.
Now, psychological testing, it's a big word, and it seems like, oh, I think she's trying to like do something else. It's not like that. It's psychological testing is based off of like personality tests. Simple.
Right.
Your love language, typology, just trying to find out more about like that inner genuine person, rather than these representatives that we kind of give off.
Right.
And like this outward stuff that social media is kind of aiming toward is more so about that inner person. So just personality test, love language test, typology test, things of that nature would be a psychological test.
So you telling me that they'll have to come in there and lay down on the couch and you know what I mean? Like, people hear therapy or psychologist, psychiatry, they get scared. Like,
you know.
No.
And that's true. And let me go ahead and say too, we're just gonna spread a little knowledge while we're talking about it. Okay, a psychiatrist prescribes medication. Okay, that's a psychiatrist. A psychologist is the person that does more of talking it out and strategies to try to help overcome whatever the trauma situation is. I am neither. I'm more of a life coach, okay? Because I don't have my license to be a psychologist or a psychiatrist, so I would do neither. It's all about life coaching, where you are now and where you want to be. I'm going to help bridge the gaps between where you are now and connect it to where you want to be, whether that's relationship or just in life, what goal you want to accomplish. And I'm just going to, as a life coach, I'm going to give you assignments. I'm going to dig in there. I'm going to tell you some stuff about you that I see within my, back history of psychology to just kind of help you out. So there is a difference between that psychiatrist, psychologist, life coach, and all that great stuff. We're all stemming from psychology, but different spaces.
Right. And you're more about relationships instead of marriage. Do you
No,
get a lot of
no.
I'm saying I didn't say you didn't love marriage, because that was gonna be my next thing. Like, are you hoping that the relationships turn into a marriage, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, like my fingers are crossed. I'm excited. Okay. I would love, and that's every matchmaker's dream, love for like a couple that you put together to later on decide that, hey, they want to be married. That's everything for me.
Right.
That means that worked out. That means that, like, oh, I did a great job with seeing whatever it is I saw inner, right, outwardly. And so, yeah, I would love to see a couple that I've put together become married.
Right. Like, I've actually got about 3 couples together, and 2 of them are still together. Mm-hmm. And like I just love black love. I love love, period, but I really enjoy black love. I love to see the couples that done been together 50, 60 years, and like that means everything to me. Because we need a foundation. These kids need somebody to look up to, and a lot of these young folks need to talk to the older couples that's been together so long to get that guidance. Because I think a lot of people now have the misconception of marriage.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of women feel like man is just there for money. That's it. You know what I mean? But a man is there for a whole lot more than money. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then a lot of men think that they can buy a woman. Like, I was talking to my niece the other day, and she was talking about the dude that she dealing with. He got a problem with not being able to buy her. Mm-hmm. Like, she was like, Pimp, I don't need you for that. I got my own money. I do. You know what I mean? So I think men need to stop looking at trying to make a relationship going in and spending money, because, like I tell them, the woman falling in love with the money.
Yeah.
She's not falling in love with you. And I've seen it several times where when that money get low, or when you start saying no, hey, Pimp, she gone. Now you looking crazy. Man, I done put all this money into her. I done gave her. but it's not about money. And I've seen women that have dated guys that did everything for them except spend time with them.
Yeah,
And they be craving that time.
that's
You
a
know
big.
what I mean? So
Mm-hmm. That's a big component, and that's an excellent point, man. Because the dynamic of dating has changed a lot. Like you said, you got and vice versa. You got some women that only want to stem off of money from the partner as well, but not really want to, have that companionship. And I'm just here to say that, like, I'm not here for none of that. I want
right,
two individuals that's equally, wanting a relationship. We also, I'm also big on like economic status. So whomever my client is, I'm sure to find them a person that's also in, excuse me, their economic status, so that we have balance. And like, one's not doing, now if they choose, if it's their preference, like, hey, I don't really mind, because you have those people, I don't really mind what their economic status is, then fine, I leave it open, but I want to make sure I'm doing compatible. Like,
right, right.
compatibility is like my biggest thing.
Yeah, and I know as a man, most men, well, the older men, I can't speak on these new men, but older men, they don't really care about how much money a woman make. Like
Yeah.
that's where I think that a lot of women get confused. That like they'll holler, "Oh, I got a master's, I make this amount of money." Oh, a man don't care nothing about that. You know what I mean? And then if I'm paying all the bills, what are you doing with your money?
Yeah.
Like for me to take care of you, it's because I know you got my back if something happens to me. I'm not taking care of you so you can keep up with the Joneses or try to impress everybody. Like I don't care nothing about impressing nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I say, man, we gotta stop being so materialistic and self-centered. I
Yeah.
think that's a big problem now. But
For
yeah, man, I'm and I tell people like I'm not married because until I think I can find the same love my grandparents had. Like
sure.
I know everything wasn't perfect. I know they didn't get along every day, but whatever it was, it never got broke them up.
A lasting love, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like they were together for like 60 some years before my granddaddy passed. You know what I mean. So if I can't have that, I'm cool. You know what I mean. I'm not settling for nothing beneath that. You know what I mean. Like a lot of people that I talk to, they want to get married, but you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I'd be like, okay, if you're gonna get something 50%, how you expecting to get 100% return? It don't work like that.
Right.
So hey man. And I know you're a busy woman. I know you gotta get going and
Oh, no, no, no. I'm fine. I actually
okay.
a little bit about like this the matchmaking services and how
Right.
it work. Because I feel like, and this is a black entertainment. You love black love. I love black love too. So I just kind of wanted to just express to my black community that like hiring a matchmaker is for anybody. It's not just for one caliber people. And then we got the matchmaking show I think on WeTV, and they're throwing slinging all these high prices to where it may come across as if like it's something that you can't afford. No, you can't afford for every, you know,
Right.
services are for everybody. I do payment plans. It's reasonable, but yet it's a quality and innovative way to date quality services. I also want to say that I have two different aspects of the business. I have a client, like you can be a client, to where that's more tailored and curated services, and then I have something called database. Now, within a database, it's just a database of people. It's $50 for 3 months, and you'll go on random dates. Like if I find somebody in my database, as far as like around the same age, or I feel like y'all profiles kind of click, I'll send you out on random dates. Okay. Now, as far as the client, the professional tailored services, I have like different packages. So then you'll choose what package you feel best represent or suits you. Within these packages is different numbers. So you'll have like 3 introductions, 5 introductions, 8 introductions. Introductions are considered like people you'll go out on dates with.
Right.
So I set up everything. We have meetings. You tell me what your type is. We do the psychological testing. We also do background checks on everybody, because Facebook, this ain't catfish, and that's one thing I do not
Right.
like or I'm not too big on online dating. And this industry is called offline dating. So everybody receives a background check because you got people out here posing as one thing and they're really something else. And my number one cue is as I pose the question to everybody, because you never know the preference of the client or whomever. Some people, I have a client that told me, things happen in life. I'm open, even if they did have a felony charge of whatever caliber, allow me to meet that person and base my own judgment off that person. And that's open. That's what you call open. Right? That's cool. But I want everybody to feel safe. If I was to ask you the question, and that's one question on the paper, do you have any felonies? And you say yay or nay. That's what's going to base off if I'm going to work with you, because you got to be honest with me. We just starting to work together. If you're honest, you never know where we can go. But if you're lying here, then you'll lie about a lot of other things in the past. I mean, in the future, to where I'd rather not work with you. Okay. Right. So that's a serious question within that background check.
Now, let me ask you this: what if you do a background check on somebody and they got a warrant right then? You gonna turn them in, or you gonna tell them, "Hey, player, you got a warrant. You better get out of here, man. You better."
I want you to go and be safe. Okay, I don't think right now is a good time. You just that warrant is not live because you hot. You gonna make me hot. No, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, so I mean. Like if I was a bank robber, I'd be like, "Hey, Sean, you got somebody else that's been convicted of bank robbery? I think we'll make a great couple." Because
I'm gonna tell them, let's for now. Once all this is cleared up, we can revisit it.
Now, let me ask you this: which service do you recommend? Like what you get the most need for?
My database is kind of booming as far as random dates because it's cheaper, really.
Right. Okay.
But you have those people that are very particular, very organized, very I'm over just the random dating aspect to where I really do want somebody for me. And when you want those tailored services, when you want somebody for you, then I think that's it. It all just depends on your mindset. It all depends on the individual. But I have clients as well. And the clients is just, like I said, it's curated. And also I wanted to state that if you were a client, when I say I go ahead and I do everything, I set up the reservation. All you have to do is show up on the first date, like the date. And it's also complimentary of the matchmaker, the first date and it depends on which package you choose. But some dates are complimentary of the matchmaker. So for instance, my card is already on file. I've checked out the ambience. I go before them and do everything. I pick the seat that they're even going to sit at. I make sure the space and everything, the lighting is good. The ambience is, on point. I do all of that to just assure that date is, everything for them.
I mean, it don't get no better than that. But all I gotta do is show up.
Patience, even on your drinks, order whatever, and it's
right.
Yeah.
And y'all got the hotel, the drinks, and everything.
I got I pay for everything. I've had and depending on my client, like I had a client I won't disclose, but I did like a 2-part date. They went off like a rooftop dinner, and then they went bowling, because that was something that they were interested into. So I'm all for, my clients trying to do what I need to do best for the client.
Yeah, I think you might need to have a minimum on them drinks, like a maximum, like, hey, you can't get but 3 drinks now.
Look, that's true. That's true.
They get lit, they get the short out, and
hold on one second. If you can tell the people out loud how to tune in and link in right now, because I have people asking me, how do I link in?
Look, just go to Facebook and share it. Just share it on your Facebook page.
Okay, if I go to Facebook right now, can I?
Yeah, and put share and share it to your page.
Okay.
Yeah. Or they can join us on my YouTube page, Comedian Black Boy, Comedian Black Boy, a.k.a. Papa Black.
Comedian Black Boy, a.k.a.
Papa Black.
Right now.
Yeah.
Comedian Black Boy, a.k.a.
Papa Black.
Papa Black.
Yeah. See, Comedian Black Boy was my stage name when I was on Comic View and been doing comedy in Atlanta many, many years. And once I had a grandchild, I couldn't let nobody call me boy no more. That's why I became Papa Black.
Look, my mom is like I got a whole team. My mom is in here. She wants to say hi.
Hey, mama.
What's going on with y'all?
Oh man, I love to see that. Like a lot of women and their mothers don't get along. I love to see that. I really do.
No. Here we
can't support.
That's how we do.
That's right. Hey, are you proud of your daughter?
Yay! This is my firstborn too. Yeah, proud of.
Oh, man. Let me tell you, I like to make people get people their flowers right now. So right now, give your daughter her flowers.
I need my flowers before I get laid down.
I'm talking about. I want you to give your daughter her flowers, and then I'm gonna have her give you your flowers. Like I think a lot of people need to see that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So right now, you give your daughter her flowers. Let her know what you're proud of and all that.
I appreciate it.
No, I'm asking you. Come back. I'm asking you to give your daughter her flowers, and then I'm gonna have her give you your flowers. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. I do apologize. To my oldest daughter, Kimberly, I'll give her all her flowers. And she's so beautiful. She had a beautiful mind, beautiful spirit. We are Christian based, so we try to keep everything focused on God is first, foremost. And I love her to death. I want her to be very successful because she have really dig down in the pocket, so I would love her to get her stuff.
Oh, you need your money back.
Yeah, well, that's just on jokey.
Yeah,
I love to say I love her very much. She is a very positive person, individual. She know her little job. At first, I was a little skeptical. I'm like, who does matchmaking? I'm like, black people don't do, but she's like, Mama, people. I said, okay, then if it work for you, it work for me. So I just back her up.
Okay, but wait, Mom. Who got you your husband? Who reconnected you to your husband? Yeah, it was me.
Okay.
All loud. I was like, well, go get him then.
Oh, that made you a believer.
Exactly. So yeah, she did reconnect us back. And
how many years?
We've been married for 8 years, but we've been friends for 20 years. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's similar to two of my friends. I got them together when we was like 16, 17, and then got them back together 20 years later, and they just got married.
Okay, then, congrats.
Yeah, they just got married. Now, before you go, I need Kim to give you your flowers.
Okay, so to the most supportive mom from since day one, since Grady, I love to say thank you so much for being my backbone, my support system, even when it didn't make sense, supportive. She's always been there, always been just everything. I don't even have the words to explain, but I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I thank you. She's my sponsor. She's my everything to make it all happen. So I love you and I thank you, Mom.
All right, thank you guys. I love you too.
And Mama, you be careful out there. Take it easy.
I will.
And Miss Kim, any final words? I know you got to go. I know you know me.
All is okay. I'm good.
All right, well, whatever you want to talk about, it's the flow is yours. I love Black Love. Last year when my homeboy turned 50, I got his stepkids and his son, our old basketball coach. I got all of them if they couldn't be there to send him a video. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, look, a lot of men just want appreciation. Just let him know how much y'all appreciate him for what he's done. Because what I hate to see was everybody give your family your flowers when you leave here.
Okay.
And the person that you talking about how much you love and how much did for you, they don't get to see that. And a lot of times that's what people need to keep pushing.
Yeah, that's
true. What I mean? Sometimes you need to feel appreciated. So that's why I do that. And
that is more important than you think to me, because I lost my dad when I was 13, and I talk about this a little bit in the book. It's 7 chapters in the book. Each chapter have a personal testimony within it, and it's me being transparent about things I've encountered in my life. That's one of them. My dad passed away on my 13th birthday, and he passed away only having 3 months to live, and nobody ever knew it until after he passed away. And the doctor's just kind of like, so why is everybody so shocked, as if this is something that we didn't know? And come to find out, he never even voiced to a soul that he knew he had 3 months to live from heart failure. And so that was big, So I'm all for, my mom is the only parent I have left. I'm all for spewing that love out, letting her know I care, being here for her or doing whatever it is I need to do. But one thing that helped me and be okay with my dad, and he died at the age of 30. And that's crazy because I'll be 30 this year. When I was younger, I used to think 30, everybody was saying he died young. I'm like, this man is old. Now that I'm about to be 30 this year, no, he died young. That was young.
Right. Oh yeah, that was young.
So yeah, I'm all for, and the night before he passed away, I was about to be going to school. I talk about this in the book. We expressed to each other like, good night, I love you. So I know in my heart that my dad loved me. And a couple hours later, he passed away at like 3:20 a.m. that morning. And so in my heart, I held that. So it's so important to express that love for your loved ones. Just like you were saying, give them their flowers, that AKA tell them you love them, AKA show them you care, AKA I'm talking about do everything while they're alive, because that's when it's not important when they can't really, or they're viewing it from a different angle to where they can't express back to you the gratitude of how, in what you make them feel. But yeah, I'm all for, that.
Do you know somebody named the Professor?
I do.
Okay, well, he's trying to come on. I was like, let me make sure.
Let him in.
Yeah, I'm making sure. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, as far as in it like that. Oh, I don't think they're trying to get in like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to let him in like that. I think they're just trying to get on. So if you could direct them to
like I said, excuse me. You can watch the show on my YouTube page at youtube.com/comedian black boy, aka Papa Black.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, but yeah, so let me make sure I'm just covering every ground, because I want to say to you, I thank you so much for the opportunity to even allow me on your platform to even speak about, this. I personally appreciate it. From one to another, I hope everything goes well with you too. But as far as okay, so we got the book. The book is everything positive. I'm talking about, like I said, I'm talking about transparent experiences in my life. I have quotes in there. I even have the photos. I have a beach vibe section chapter of the book. It's fun. It's innovative. These are pictures that I've captured myself from in my phone that I taken of the beach and like of sunsets, because I went and I stayed in Panama City Beach for a year or whatnot, wanting that beach life. And I will say it's different. It's one thing to be a tourist there. It's another thing to live there. They call it Lower Alabama, and that's exactly what it is, if you know what I mean. So I brought my butt back to Atlanta after losing my grandma. And so those pictures in that beach vibe section, though, are actual pictures that I've captured within my own phone. Nice views. Everything about it is just personalized in the book. And, whomever the book may reach, I pray that it changes them for the good. It touches them in some type of way. If I touch and change one person, then like my goal and my my ordeal has been done.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go back to something that you touched on. Like for me, when my kid's mother passed away when they was 15, this was right after Katrina, and that was the first time that I had to tell them that I can't really understand how you feel, or I can't tell you how you should feel, because my mother was still here. And then once my mother passed when I was 44, that's when I started realizing that you had to value your parents more. Like I always loved my parents because they always took great care of us. But when I lost my mother and then my dad 2 years later, I realized that that's really the only unconditional love that you will ever have.
Yep.
Like everybody else love gonna come with some conditions. Like people love you long as you're doing what they need you to do.
That's true.
And your mama is definitely always there. Like I don't see some mama whose sons are straight killers. But you go talk to them. My son ain't never did nothing. No, not my baby. You know what I mean? So that's really the only unconditional love you'll ever get. So people, please, if you still have your parents, value your parents.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And hey, man,
big ups to that. I definitely agree. Because they used to say here today, gone tomorrow. Now it's here this minute, gone the next minute, here this second, gone the next second. So life is really like fast paced. Things. I really do feel like we're living in the last days. also like it's kind of faith based, as my mom was saying. We deeply rooted in the church, so I talk a little bit about church in
Yeah,
there
yeah.
as well, and to just we are to give our testimony and hopes to reach others. So it is kind of faith based. Not even gonna lie, I talk a little bit about church hurt in there
Yeah.
too, because this was my time to be transparent. I'm always so worried about others and bottled up to where I don't fully be transparent and just showing exactly what happened and telling exactly how I feel. So this was
Right.
my moment to really put it in a book, my what happened in my truth. This is my truth.
Right.
And if the shoe fits, you can wear it. If it feels uncomfortable, then it is what it is. It's
Right.
not a all book, but I talk a little bit about a little church hurt because my family went through some stuff within the church, and talk about family. I talk about overcoming depression. That's a huge
Yeah.
thing because my spouse at the time lost her mom, and then like you said, 2 years later, something about those married couples, or I'm not sure if they were married. Your parents were you
Nah.
said married. 2 years later, her dad passed away, and it was just so much to where depression is a huge thing. Even if you're close to that person, I'm a very emotional person to where her emotions linked to me, and it like before I knew it overtook me, and having to come out of that sunken hole was really really a huge thing to kind of do, and I had to pray myself out to then become a better wife to even be strong enough to be there for her if you
Right.
know if that makes
Right.
sense.
Like my parents weren't married, but what I did notice that when my mother passed, her mother passed a month and a half later.
Hmm.
And I know it was a broken heart. Like she had lost her husband of 60 some years. She had lost like 3 kids. And as soon as my mama passed away, because my mama was one of the stronger kids, like they had 13 kids.
Okay.
So my mama was one of the ones that helped them raise the younger kids and all that. So I like everybody said my mama was so mean, but my mama was the backbone of the family. And when you have to be strong for so long, that's the only way you know how to be. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So hey
That shit,
man.
that was that Atlanta. They
Yeah.
that yeah. For some reason, I think back in the day, the '60s and all that, all the women were that same way. It comes across mean, stern, but they have to be strong for that. My grandma,
Yeah.
I said it in my book too, and it's so crazy because I feel like my book touches on so many aspects of life. It's not even funny. My grandma is the epitome of strength. My mom is
Right.
strong like that too, to where growing up we got that tough love, not those
Right.
every day and those kisses. No, it wasn't like that. It was tough love, but we knew what it meant. You kind of know that, like
Right.
within what they saying and how they saying it all hard, ain't nothing but love,
Right.
in there. And I think a lot of Atlanta family and women are strong in that magnitude to where they come across mean, and it is kind of tough, but deep down, backbone, strong. They have to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
for their family, and look at us now. So
Right.
obviously, if something was for the good,
Right. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what we're missing. Like it ain't no more tough love.
Yeah.
Like everybody is with spoiling their kids. And like I try to tell people, my job is not to be my kids' friend, but they daddy. It's my job to teach them right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's my job to make sure that they can handle the world without me because everybody's gonna pass away. And
And this
a lot
world,
of parents don't put no responsibilities on their children, and then your children find out how the real world is when you gone. Okay, now you putting your child at a disadvantage because the person that you think really got their back probably gonna use them a little bit. So, like, I have to see that my kids can survive without me while I'm here. I'm gonna know that they can survive without me. You know what I mean? And I know my kids had probably had a problem with the way I raised them. But like I told them, hey, Shawty, my job is to be your daddy, and I take my job very serious. Like I didn't get into the new school parenting.
yeah,
I raised them the same way my mama raised me.
for sure. And
You know what I mean? So
what's so crazy is you see my mom just been we're only 15 years apart. Okay.
right,
But
right.
while my mom raised me my entire life, I've always heard I am not your friend. Okay.
That's right.
That's gonna be the first and first and foremost, I'm not your friend. This is always going to be a mom and daughter relationship. And from there, I had to respect, it
Yeah.
ain't nothing else
Right.
but respect down there.
Because if you be their friend, eventually they're gonna lose respect for you and start
Yeah.
treating you like their friend. And that's what you don't want. Because what you can't do is change the relationship after it's been a certain way for so long.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like I try to tell people, parenting is easier if you start parenting from day one.
Exactly.
Kids are sponges from 0 to 8. If you put whatever morals, values, and standards you got in your child from 0 to 8, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna lead them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I remember and I talk about this all the time. I remember a conversation me and my mama had. How the conversation started, I don't know. But I was about 11 or 12 years old, and she told me, "Hey man, make sure you learn how to take care of yourself, because when a woman get mad, the first two things she gonna take is the coochie and the food." I don't know how we started that conversation. And she didn't say coochie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like my mama was one of the realest.
Even worse.
Everybody would tell you that. And I'm like, whatever. For some reason, that conversation stuck to me. I used to be the only boy in the home ed class at Briarcliff High School in the 8th, 9th, and 10th grade, learning how to cook and take care of myself. So now, like I have to tell my lady that I date now that, Shawty, you don't have to worry about me. What I need you to do is focus on you. I got me. I've been taking care of me a long time. You know what I mean? I left home at 17.
Those are great qualities.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah. Those are great qualities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I try to tell men, don't always depend on a woman doing anything for you. Because just like you can take that money away, when she don't act right, she can take whatever she do away from you when you don't act right. And hey, man, come on now.
Right. For sure. So again, before we wrap up, I invite everybody to come out, have a good time with me, look nice, do whatever you like, come with the positive vibes and I'll drop the flyer on your paper.
Yeah.
July 31st is at the 4 Point Sheraton off of Camp Creek, mutual location for everybody. It'll be one step at a time, matchmaking and life coaching services launch party, as well as the speed dating segment, as well as the book signing. It'll be just a fun day for everybody, really. It's from 5 to 9 p.m. So you don't have anything to do, just come stop by. Again, it's a free event, so everybody's welcome. Everybody is welcome. And I'll see you guys there. Come and get your book signed. Come take photos. Come just enjoy and celebrate with me, because we're doing a toast and everything. I just want to celebrate in my now, and push for the stars, because the sky is the limit,
That's right. And again, make sure you record your event and then get people to give you testimonies. You know what I mean? How you help them. So that'll be great advertising. Like I tell people, it's one thing to say you did something, but when you can show people and you have other people speak up on it, hey man, it look a little better. You know what I mean? So make sure you record it and get your testimonies, man. Because let me tell you, I love genuine people. I recognize genuine people. You got a genuine heart. And don't be scared to talk about church. Tell the truth about church. As long as it's genuine, people gonna feel it. You know what I mean? So, hey man, I wish you the best. And anytime you got something going on, or you just want to talk to the people, it's an open invitation.
Okay. So, I appreciate that from my heart.
Yeah, it's an open invitation. I think we need good dialect, good conversation. Like a lot of people are lost out here. A lot of grown people are lost. You know what I mean? They don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So, hey man, we gotta try to help them as much as we can. You know what I mean? So
just spread the fact of like these opportunities don't only come to one type of person. It's not only for the whites, and it's for everybody. It's possible for everybody. Like you said, I have my master's in professional psychology with a concentration in life coaching, and that's just stemming off of being motivated to finish school to even become a certified matchmaker. So I do have my education, background to back me up in case I'm needing anything. And that's the smart route to go, just from one African American to the next. Get your education, and if not, have something to back up, your business in case anybody try to come for you or ask you certain questions. You're kind of equipped with the knowledge you need to know for whatever foundation you're on. And the opportunities is for anybody, like anybody, black, brown, whatever you are great. You are enough. You yourself is enough, and you gotta be motivated. And I'm here to help anybody along the way. So I appreciate you for your time again, sir. And everybody who's watching out there, thank you so much for tuning in.
Hey, baby, go on and make that next appointment. I know you're a busy lady, so I'm not gonna hold you. Go on and be careful out there, man, because this is crazy out here today. So, and always take care of Mama. Mama got such a sweetheart, and you too. Y'all are some good, genuine people, and I love to see that. So be careful, and like I say, make sure you send me that flyer too, so I can post it on my page. All right.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, man.
All right, no problem.
All right, bye, y'all.
All right, baby. Hey, man, I love me good, genuine people, man. And you can tell by the way her mama lit up when she talked about her. You can tell that, hey, man, they are good, genuine people. And I think we need to see more of that. Like, we always hear a lot of bullshit about black people. We always see a lot of bullshit. But I do think that we need to start putting some success stories out in the atmosphere. And a lot of regular people, they have some major success stories. So that's my job to bring them to you. You know what I mean? I love the underdog. Like, I've been a celebrity. I don't care really killing anybody. I love the underdog. So that's why you can always see me putting people out here that are regular people, but they making a big contribution to what really goes on. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all for tuning in today. And Miss Tamika, I will be up there today. My times got jammed up yesterday, but I will be up there at Gresham Park today to walk with you this evening. So hey man, I'm finna go. I think I'll just wait till later on to get my walk on instead of going to walk now. But hey man, I like that. We need to get more of that. So y'all make sure y'all support her. Hey man, go make her event some big. You know what I mean? Go let her know that y'all appreciate what she's doing, man. And y'all come back and let me know how it went. You know what I mean? I might sneak up on her. I'm not gonna tell if I'm coming or not though, but I might sneak up on her just to see how it is. But hey man, y'all be easy, man.